Come, gather round, I'll pick up on our tale of 4 adventurers out blazing on a new trail. With the chaos and rabble subdued, Svein's concern for the weakened voice renews. Ears hypothesized another seeds within, but Kennam's intuition caused a reckless end. Now sick in bed, the others must go scout and report to ears what the astral puddle's about. Apologies for the voice. It seems even for me. Crit can happen. Last we left off, the party has been split for like the billionth time. One day that's going to be a bad thing, I promise.
Well, it's...
I don't know. We have Lannon, we have Svein, and we have Lobe, and we have Winslow. He's coming along with you guys. He's not riding with you, Lannon. Calm down.
I think he's riding with Lobe, if I'm not mistaken.
I think he has his own animal.
No. He was definitely riding with someone. I think it was a lizard of some kind.
No, that's what Svein has. And that's probably who he's riding with. But listen, it's here nor there. Basically, you're all riding animals, and it's beautiful. And at this point, Florence has come to a stop. So you guys can sort of just fast and furious your way out of the front door and just start taking off across the beach. I'm sure it's a glorious sight. Oh, just like... I just realized how stupid this is.
Oh, I've been knowing how
stupid this is. You just realized this?
Only now, huh?
Yeah, it just really hit me now.
We've been gone for a month, and you just realized this?
Listen, just painting the picture of, like, a giant cat monster opening its front door mouth and spewing out a wolf bed, a lizard, I don't even fucking remember, like, wardrobe.
Couch, I think.
Couch, something. Yeah. And then just a glass hamster.
Yeah, it's good stuff.
It's good stuff. Okay, but you 3 boys are riding across. Kennam is incapacitated, so you guys will take off. My assumption is you are making your way to the astral puddle to, as Ears had instructed you, scout out the scene and see what is up.
Yes. I'm not gonna go against whatever the fuck Ears says. She scares me a bit.
I mean, she's also unconscious, but I guess even in an unconscious state, her grip remains true. Okay, so who is kind of leading this pack?
That's a good fucking question.
It is a good
That is a good question. Well, let's see.
Pure silence.
We'll say
we're all in a line.
We'll say Svein is. You know, he's been the navigator a couple times before.
He's got the pop-up book map.
That's right.
He's got the pop-up book atlas / mapless.
A little bit hard to read that while you're on a lizard couch, but
well, like here's the thing. We need good names for these, by the way, like species names. I will request those upon later time, but for now, probably what's happening, Svein, is Winslow is probably driving the lizard couch, and you are navigating. So that's
that sounds
cool.
about right. Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm gonna we're gonna go with that, and I just realized.
How stupid this is? Yeah.
No, I just realized that. Do any of you actually know how to ride animals, especially furniture animals?
No, I don't believe that I have that skill.
I don't have that proficiency, no.
Oh, this should be fun. Okay. Let's make some rolls real quick then.
What, animal handling?
I guess so. There's no ride in 5e, which is a little sad.
No.
So we'll just do animal handling.
Yeah.
I want first rolls of the day. Let's go. Make
9.
them good. Wow. Okay.
8.
Wow. Okay.
Lennon's heavy, okay?
I guess. Well, you guys are lucky that these are like semi-intelligent. So Svein, also good you're not driving. Like you guys shoot out of Florence's mouth, And you, Svein, you immediately start to tip a bit, and Winslow grabs you, and he's like, just hang on to this part. I'll steer this. And he like grabs the frills of the couch lizard, and he will lead the charge. Lannon, yeah, heavy armor and riding, not a good mix. You also kind of start to tip a bit, but the combined forces of your Mimichrome and the Bedwolf, there we go. They need good names. Kind of like sits you back up. So, but it might take a little bit. So, you are now riding across the beach, full throttle. If any passerby saw you, they'd probably think they were tripping on cactus juice. It's a great time.
It's the crunchiest.
And kind of because of those lower rolls, we had started more so in the daytime. It's like evening now, so a possibly 1 hour ride turned into 3 or 4 hour rides because, furniture riding, weird. But eventually, you do come across, you start to get like the glimpses of ocean, which is exciting because you haven't seen ocean in like, what, months at this point?
Yeah, it's been a while.
It's been a while. And you start to see some ocean, and the dunes start to sort of level out a bit. And as you are, as this ocean is getting closer and closer, Winslow kind of pulls back on the lizard, and he starts to kind of come to a stop, and you... it's really hard to narrate. You're giggling. God damn it.
Well, I guess at the very least, if we crash, I'm sure this couch lizard will absorb a lot of the impact.
I mean, it could probably climb on walls, so good on that front.
Oh, nice.
Lannon, not really your case, so don't fall off the edge.
Oh.
So you guys hit the edge of these dunes. You're like on top of a dune, and then sloping down is the beachfront. And it's like I said, it's kind of dark at this point. So who has low light vision?
I believe that Svein does.
I think it's just Svein.
Let me check.
I think it's just Spain.
Okay, cool. Well, Lannon and Winslow kind of just see these blobs that may or may not be carts. Who's to say? But
Used to say, you're God.
I am to say.
We go over this every single session.
I'm a very giggly god today, so. So I would actually like all you boys to make a perception. If you don't have low light, do disadvantage. If you do have low light, just do it normally.
Ooh, I have dark vision.
Oh, that's not the same as low light.
Not quite, no.
Not quite. Hey, Tom, since you're kind of sitting on the sidelines for now, we did clarify this earlier, didn't we? That, dark and low light don't exactly cross over.
To my knowledge, no.
That's what I thought. Everybody's rolling at disadvantage! Woo!
Alright, so I got 17 for that first one, 16 for the second one.
Okay, so not bad.
I got a 19 and an 11.
Alright, I should probably roll for Winslow. Go, Winslow! That's a 2. And that's a 15, so we're gonna go with that too. Winslow looks to the rest of you
No
and is
more
like...
driving for Winslow.
He's like, so we're in the right place, right? Because I literally just see more sand dunes below us. Did we, make a left turn when we should have made a right? Oh, crap.
I do believe we're supposed to be heading that way.
Damn it, Winslow. You're even more useless now.
And I tried telling you that earlier, but you were insisting that we should go this way.
Okay, look, the ocean is literally that way. How hard is it to find something that's right in...
Apparently pretty hard.
Well, I mean...
But it's okay. After what we saw earlier today, I mean, I can understand if you're a little confused.
Svein, you see things a little clearer, while Lannon's, looking down off this dune, and yeah, maybe those shapes are carts, but maybe they're just sand dunes. You for sure can see the outline of a halfling caravan. There are very clear, distinct wagon shapes. You see that there are actually a couple of fire pits scattered throughout this area. And interestingly, closer to the ocean itself, there seems to be some kind of fence.
Why would there be a fence?
To keep the water out.
That's a brilliant deduction.
But yes, we do need to turn right up here. Caravan's right down there.
Okay.
I guess you can't see it, but I see it
like,
right there.
Like, how right are we talking here? Because if I super correct, we're going to be scaling down this thing sideways. Again, not a problem for us. We have the couch lizard. Lannon, on the other hand.
Okay, well, just
Great,
start.
now I'm the useless one.
Start turning right, and I'll tell you when to stop.
Okay. Guess I'm gonna fucking roll handle animal again. God damn it!
Was it a 1?
No.
Damn it.
It's a 3. So, as Winslow feared, he kind of autocorrects a bit, and, Svein, your plane of orientation goes from straight to slightly sideways. You are now rolling down this dune.
No, Winslow, what? No!
I'm gonna need you to do a dexterity save. I'm gonna do one for him, too.
All right,
Oh my god, Winslow!
13 plus 6, 19.
Okay, you're fine. Fucking Winslow apparently hits his head on a rock or some shit because he's just like, oh no! And he falls off the lizard, and now he's just like, boom, 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 down the dunes.
What did he roll?
He rolled a 5. So we're like going up in increments, which is good, I guess.
Lannon, can you grab him?
No.
He fell off. But
I literally cannot grab him.
My wolf does not do vertical planes.
Guess I gotta go fucking around.
okay,
Well, now listen, I gotta clarify something. This dune, while a little steep, you could go down it. Lannon, you're just gonna have a harder time going down than this lizard will. Like, I don't.
Oh, okay.
I ain't gotta roll shit for the lizard because it's got the weird things on its feet.
Yeah, the sticky pads.
Yeah, which theoretically shouldn't work on sand, but
it's a couch lizard.
It's a couch lizard. It's already breaking the laws of nature.
All right, so Svein's gonna point up ahead, just say, "Okay, Lannon, just keep going that way. I'm gonna try and turn around and go get Winslow, cause I think we will need him."
On it. Heading that way.
Okay, Lobe's gonna follow after you. Both are
Fucking glass hamster.
on his fucking glass hamster. I just chucked my dice into my bag. Where did they go? God damn it. Alright, so you two are gonna make your way down the dunes?
Sure.
Okay, so now here's my question. Are you... Ear said that you kind of need to go on like a stealth mission, so are you going to adhere by that and sort of try and go down a little stealthy? Or is it just kind of like a fuck it, let's just announce our presence to the world?
I mean, Bedwolf, stealth, I don't...
I mean,
together.
It's up to you guys. Like, I'm gonna... Real quick.
We can certainly try.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, like, the halflings don't see shit. Like, Winslow is like, boom, 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 and you see, like, this puff of sand just, like, poof, when he hits the ground. But, like, everyone else is totally oblivious to whatever just happened. They seem to be focused on something else. So that's fun. So where do you guys kind of want to go down this dune? Are we just, like, going straight down? Are you kind of going in at an angle? Going, like, a little outside of the camp? Like, what's the dealio-wheelio?
I'd go outside of the camp.
All right.
Yeah, should go around and, like, circle.
Now, Svein, are you going with him, or are you, like, going around the other way?
Well, I'm gonna turn around and try to pick up Winslow. Get
Oh.
back on here.
Okay, so you're gonna go straight down. All right,
Yeah.
everybody. So you then make me stealth, and Lannon, you make me the handle animal again with disadvantage, or not disadvantage? Yes, disadvantage. No, wait, let me think. You're going down, so let's just do acrobatics with disadvantage, and I'll do the same for Lobe. That's a
So,
that's not.
I got a total of 11 for stealth.
Okay.
So
So
that's
you-
a 10 bonus to stealth and rolling a 1.
You said acrobatics for Lannon?
Yeah, I'm sorry. Did you roll a nat 1?
Yes, I did.
Oh my god! It begins. God damn it!
Rogue rolled a 1 on stealth.
Well, Lobe rolled a 1 on whatever too, so this is great. You guys are going like the pit monster from Star Wars or some shit.
I
Lannon,
can
when
see
you get
Lobe just calling out to the caravan, like, "Do you have any food?"
boom, 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 boom.
Far better than what they got. I got a freaking 15.
Okay, yeah. So like you start down this dune, and your bedwolf is just like, I mean, it's not used to going down this sort of angle, but it's got it. It's got its footing. It's fine. You suddenly hear Lobe behind you being like, does anyone have any food? Like, oh, a camp! And then all of a sudden you hear boom, 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 and then the fucking hamster is like Sonic the Hedgehog rolling past you. And before you can even like process what even happens, you hear another like boom, 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 and you look over to where Svein was, and he's rolling down the hill now. So apparently, this was like some loose ass silt or something, because just everyone's falling on their ass.
I want to just look at my mount and just be like, I thought these guys would be better than this. At least a little bit.
Your bedwolf is like, burf, and keeps like very carefully kind of making its way down the dunes. So you get down and it's fine, and maybe no one would have noticed you. But again, that whole Sonic the Hedgehog deal.
Hey, they're now just a distraction.
It's a good
That's
way
true.
to look at it.
That's true. Like Lobe kind of like rolls into the middle of a campsite, and you see like a bunch of halflings poke out of their caravans, and you hear some like, "What the hell was that? What's going on out there, dude? What's that?" And you just see like a whole crowd now like going around Lobe trying to figure out what the hell's going on. And similarly, like on the other side, you see a bunch of people starting towards where Svein and Winslow are. By the way, Svein,
Oh no.
can you roll me another dexterity saving throw?
Absolutely. Let's hope this goes well. Yes, it did. That's 18.
Okay, well, you do manage to kind of like ring the, you gave it a name. I saw it in chat.
Yeah. So
Sofa-mander.
it's a combination of sofa and salamander.
Good enough for me. So you managed to wrangle the Sofa-mander kind of to the side before it just totally steamrolls Winslow. He appreciates
that was
that.
a close one.
Yeah, no kidding! And then that's quickly followed again by kind of like some caravan lanterns lighting up, and you see people opening the door, and you hear like the concerned mutters of like, what's going on? Like, what is that noise? Did anyone hear that? And you see a bunch of people like walking out now towards you.
No.
But we'll get to that in a moment. Lannon, you now have all the attention off of you. What do you want to do?
Well, first, I'm gonna just be awestruck by the fact that the rogue, who's proficient in stealth, got that, and the guy in heavy plate armor didn't.
It's pretty amazing how that works out. Maybe your mount is just really good. You guys have like a soul connection.
Yeah, that must be.
Fuck yeah. Alright, I'm gonna take a look around. Do any of the, like, actual carts or pieces of caravan look, like, bigger than the rest? Like, they're important?
Yeah, there's a couple. So basically, you're kind of on the outskirts at this point. Lobe has all the attention in the center, and Svein has all the attention, like, to the right. You're more towards the left. And to the left,
Alright.
you see stuff like, there's this, there's sort of like this bigger cart that looks like it's the partial makings of a stage. And,
Ooh.
there are a couple of smaller carts. There is one bigger cart that has a sign on it. Do you understand Halfling? Can you read Halfling?
I think so? Hold on.
Damn it, Lannon.
Yes, I can.
Okay, you look at this cart and you see that it reads something like the food truck equivalent. It's like the salty clam or some shit like that. It's got a clam on it. It's super cute. You also notice as you're looking at all of these caravans, some of them have masks hung up on them. So some of them are masks of like sharks. Maybe some of them are like seabirds. And they're all decorated in netting and coral. And you see some of them shimmer like they have fish scales on them. And some of them too, like on some of the sides of the carts, you see that it has like this insignia of an oyster, and there's a pearl in the center. So safe bet that this is probably the caravan you're looking for.
Yep.
Yup.
I'm gonna dismount and just take a look around.
But how tough are you?
Shit, I should have named it the Salty Spittoon. I changed my mind. The lunch wagon is now the Salty Spittoon.
I was thinking that while you were describing it, and now I'm just wondering, how did you not think of that sooner?
I don't know. That's why we have other people.
Yeah.
Damn it, Kat.
Whatever, man. So meanwhile, back with the crowd of people that are now around Svein and Winslow. No, it is not Weenie Hut Juniors. But yeah, meanwhile with those people, Svein and Winslow, that's what I said, you are not necessarily being assaulted by, but you are being greeted by sort of this ensemble of halflings. They are, they're kind of like a motley group. You've got pretty fair skin, a range of hair color. A lot of them have like a mix of different animal masks. You got some of them got lions, some of them got tigers, some of them got porcupines, and I almost said bears, but I just wanted to avoid expectations. Just like an array of different animal thingies. And you see one of them come up to you, or step up from the crowd, and it is a halfling man. And he's dressed fairly well off. Like, you could compare his attire to what you originally saw Kennam wearing, like this kind of like monkey suit and the flamboyant pants and some kind of silly neck thing around his neck. What are those things called? They're like fluffy.
Ruffle?
Yeah, like a ruffle.
Something I think that's what it's
Is
called.
that literally what it's called? All right, that's the ruffle then.
I think so.
No, those are chips.
He's got chips around his
And
neck.
they have ridges.
And
Just laying them on.
Yeah.
You can't have layers because that's for ogres.
that's for ogres. So he accepts for it. He's got like this mask, and it's this white bird. Like, it's a really big like white bird mask. Can't really tell what kind of bird it is unless you make a nature or if you don't care. And he comes forward and he's like, "What? Where did you? Who are you? Where did you come from?" And Winslow just kind of looks over at you, Svein, and he leans in and he's like, "Okay, so just to clarify, this is totally not what a scouting mission is, right? Like, we're totally."
No, yes, we messed up.
Okay, so we're just both of us
We didn't do it right.
totally clear. We're just too far gone at this point.
Yes.
All right,
Well,
good.
there may be one hope.
Do you want to take point on this? Like, should
Sure.
I just, all right.
I'll give it a go.
I believe in you, Svein. He like pats you on the back and takes a step back towards the lizard.
Ah, yes. Well, hello there. We were on a journey by the ocean side, and we ended up here. And we saw your lovely camp, and we wanted to say hello.
You watch as the halflings all kind of exchange looks with each other, and they start, like, some of them are whispering under their breaths, and they're kind of giving you, like, a look. You can roll me, what is it, Insight? This is the problem when switching between games. I get confused with Pathfinder and now 5e.
I do think that would be.
Yeah, so you can roll me some Insight if you want to kind of figure out the, what the dealio-wheelio
Yeah,
is.
16.
That's pretty good. So they're kind of surprised to see a dwarf here, Svein. That's what a lot of them are whispering. They're like, wait, is that I mean, yeah, look, he's got the crystals and everything, but I thought they lived in the mountain. Like, what's going on here? And, the white bird mask ruffles Chipman. That's a great title for somebody. Kind of holds up a hand and shushes them. And he's like, well, I mean, you'll have to forgive us. We're just a little surprised. We didn't expect to see somebody like you way out here.
Oh, a traveler?
Well, no. I mean,
Oh, you mean a dwarf?
yes, exactly. That.
Ah, yes. Just seeing the world, seeing everything that there is to offer. I see that there's a lot of sand here.
Yes, quite a bit of sand.
Ocean?
Right. Listen, I don't mean to be rude. Usually we are very welcoming to travelers. Aren't we, everybody? And everyone's like, yeah, we totally like travelers. Woo, that's awesome. And he's like, all right, just, I like your enthusiasm, but we're kind of dealing with a bit of a crisis here. So I mean, if you need help with something, we could give you some basic supplies. We could trade something, but yeah, we kind of need all hands on deck. Stay focused. So
Oh,
don't-
really?
yeah.
What's going on?
Well, I don't.
Maybe we could help. Winslow, what do you think? We're good at helping sometimes.
Winslow's like 10 feet back, just shaking his head.
Standing next to the lizard, like, what are you doing? Yeah, no, helping. That's a thing we do. Absolutely. Yes.
Yeah, totally. See, Winslow agrees.
Well,
Winslow doesn't agree with anyone.
well, I mean, it's not really my place. Look, this is really awkward. I don't really have a lot of time to explain our circumstances or the situation here. And then before he could say anything else, you guys hear like this ear-piercing shriek, and it sounds like the ocean explodes, and just like everybody turns their head, and just all of those halflings just bolt towards the sea line, like saying stuff like, oh no, like, oh shit, like it's back, like we have to save them, like they're gonna get pulled in. And you just see them all like beelining towards the shoreline. And you hear like this cracking sound, like something like metal crunching underneath something huge. And the bird mask man looks over at you and he says, you know what? I'm not gonna look a gift horse in the mouth. Follow me. And he is gonna lead you to that shoreline.
The fuck is a gift horse? Is that another one of her weird machine things?
It might be. Hey, Lannon, though, meanwhile.
Oh.
So, while this was going on, you were kind of taking a look at all of the carts when, all of a fucking sudden, the ocean explodes, like a whole stream of tentacles just, like, out from the ocean. Like, literally, like, 1 second, you're just looking at these carts, you're admiring the craftsmanship, and then just completely without
I'm
warning.
sneaking my way around, Black Panther style. Da-da, da-da. No, Pink Panther.
I mean, it
Sorry.
could be Black Panther.
I'm so excited for the movie. But da-da, da-da.
Yeah, no. But this just like storm of tentacles suddenly bursts out from the water, and you watch as it's like sweeping along, like I said, the shoreline where this half-made metal ironwork fence had been put up. And I'd like you to make a perception roll again.
Oh no. Okay.
Do that with disadvantage because it's the low lights.
Oh. Okay. Well, could have been a modified 20 instead of some modified 10.
Well, alright, so you are looking at these shapes, and by the fence.
They sure are shapes.
They sure are shapes. No, you're looking as this sort of like giant, because you can tell the tentacles are tentacles. That is not hard to figure out. And it's, like I said, sweeping along this fence. It's like destroying bits of this fence. And it looks like it's grabbing things along the fence. You think at first it's just the fence, like it's grabbing pieces of the fence and chucking it into the ocean. No, they look kind of humanoid, these shapes, as they're being like picked up and pulled into the ocean. So I'm gonna need everybody to roll me some initiatives.
What?
Hey, modified 20.
Not bad.
Not bad.
I got 15.
You got a 15. Oops. I can't. There we go. Oh no, too many things. Oh, God. Okay, so Svein got a 20, but a modified 20. Lannon got a 15. And
Note to self, add some bitchin' battle music.
the squid got a 6. That's exciting. Let's have the... Yeah, okay. All the panic people got 3s. So good job, panic people. You lived up to your name. Alright. So, I'm going to start this initiative. Svein, you are about 30 feet away from the ocean line. There's a couple of carts sort of obscuring your path, but this is not hard to see. You look up in the sky, and it's just like a wreathing mass of tentacles. And you watch as the bird mask man's face just completely drops, and he's like, "You have got to be kidding me! How is this happening?" And you watch as he is just taken off through the caravan setup, and he looks behind at you, and he says, like, come on, like, come on, like, we have to go, we have to try and save as many people as we can.
But how? What even is that?
I don't have time to explain, just go!
Okay. So Svein's gonna follow along.
Alright, are you gonna use all of your move to get up to the shoreline? Because, like, when I say you're 30 feet from the shoreline, I literally mean if you move 30 feet, you'd be, like, ankle deep in ocean.
I'm going to use my cunning action feature, which lets me take a bonus action each turn, and I can use it to either dash, disengage, or hide. So I'm going to use that bonus action to dash.
All right. So you're gonna dash on over to the beachfront, and
That's right.
You see a similar sight that Lannon has. So now you two are kind of like on opposite sides of the table. You see that this haphazardly made fence is just being torn asunder. Make me a perception check as well with that disadvantage.
All right. Oh, that one was a nat 20 plus 10.
Oh. No nat 20
Oh,
for you.
but that's a 19 plus 10, so
That's-
29.
That's pretty good still. That's almost 30.
Man.
Yeah, no, you can see this plain as day. This is definitely the tentacles of some kind of, like, giant squid monster. And, it is just, like I said, shredding this fence apart. And you see that its tentacles are grabbing at things along the fence, and it does not take you long to realize, oh shit, this thing is grabbing and drowning halflings. Oh no.
Don't laugh at people dying.
Sometimes it's just nothing you can do. No, Svein doesn't say that.
He just thinks it.
Yeah.
So, because you took that dash, can you still do, like, an action then? Is that the idea?
Yes,
Okay,
I can
so
still do an action.
Let me describe what's around you then. You do have sort of these floppy-doppy tentacles, but there are a couple of halflings still kind of cowering underneath the fence that has been totally destroyed. There are some near you, to your right and to your left. Above you, there is a tentacle, but it doesn't seem to have really noticed you yet. It seems very fixated on the halflings.
Okay. Well, I am going to try and reach out and maybe grab a couple halflings. Pull them back.
Pull them back. Alright, so, oh god, I gotta think of a... This just turned into, like, the, Telltale's Walking Dead. Who do you save?
Telltale's anything, because they all
The
have
Telltale's anything. Okay, so let's say then to your left is like a mom-looking figure and her child. To the right, you see like a older kind of looking halfling male. You could choose to go for one or the other. You could choose to go for both. We'll see how it goes.
use that dwarven strength.
Use that dwarven strength.
And some of that dwarven wisdom. I'm gonna go for the halfling mom and child, because
All right.
going for both, that doesn't always work out that well.
All right, so going for mom and kid.
Yep.
So you dart to the right and you reach out your hand to grab I assume the mother's hand. That would probably make more sense.
Yeah.
Okay.
I would imagine she's gonna be hanging onto the child
Yeah.
pretty tightly, and child's gonna just come along.
Come along for the ride. Okay. And roll me athletics.
That is 11.
All right. So you go to kind of pull this mother forward. Like, what's the plan here? Like, you're just kind of pulling her into you, or what was the plan?
Yeah, I guess pull her over and get her attention, like, hey, get out of here, don't stay here.
Don't stay here. What are you thinking?
Yeah.
Okay, you go to pull her, and, Svein, it feels like you were trying to tug like a fucking boulder. Like, you pull at her arm, and she kind of grimaces like you're about to dislocate her shoulder. She does not move from that spot.
Come on! You need to go! Get
And,
away from the water!
You kind of see her, like, half through two. She's like, we can't! We can't!
Wait, what? Why? Just go!
And, you see her, like, fighting to try and move her leg, and it, like, she is trembling, like, she cannot move.
Oh, I see.
So we're gonna go over to...
Magic.
Yeah, we're gonna go to Lannon next. Lannon, you're up. You are still on the back of your majestic bedwolf, which you have not given me a good name for.
I'll figure something out later.
Come on.
Bedwolf is pretty cool.
Alright, what are you gonna do?
Well, first, I'm gonna like, see if the mimicrome on my body's doing anything, like, reacting to this shit.
Oh, okay.
Because we're nearing the astral puddle. So.
You are, that's true. That's actually a good idea on your part. Is it still kind of like as part of your, like an undershirt?
Yeah.
Okay, so you are getting closer to this ocean, and you are watching this scene play out, and you, like, your bedwolf is going pretty fast, and you kind of have to, like, lean forward to not fall off, but, dude, something is, like, pulling you even more so forward, like, pink, pink, pink is going against, like, the inside of your armor, and your fucking mimicrome is going crazy. Like, pink, 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 pink.
Okay. Alright, is there anyone around that I could possibly save?
Whoa. What is that?
Ocean. That's
Holy
the ocean.
crap, hold on.
It's coming to get us.
That's coming to get you.
Shit.
You have some people nearby too. You've got like a couple of lady halflings to the right. You've got a older looking halfling to the left of you. Both which also kind of like cowering under the remains of the fence.
And are they, like, safe or currently being pulled in?
No one's being pulled in right now. The tentacles are kind of full up at the moment.
Guys, can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Okay,
Yeah.
I was having some brief technical difficulties. My bad.
That's okay.
I'll cut it out at some point.
Maybe.
Maybe.
Yeah, maybe.
I'm gonna just... So they're all just by the fence. No one's in immediate danger.
I mean, there are people in immediate danger, but they're kind of like out of your range at this point.
Oh. Well, fuck. Alright. Just running towards the beast. That's what Lannon does.
Okay. No.
Fuck it. It's worked thus far.
Yeah, it worked great with
How's
that
it
slime
go?
monster. All right,
Hey.
so you're probably gonna go for one of the tentacles then, huh?
Yep.
All right. Then make that attack.
Yay! First attack of the night.
Now, let me clarify something. You are trying to form your mimicrome into a weapon, aren't you?
Yeah.
And is
Oh,
it like,
fuck!
yeah? So as you are like reaching forward and you like pull out what I assume is going to be your battle axe.
My battle axe, yes.
So you pull out the stick, and you're, like, meant to link in with the mimicrome, like, all right, guys, let's chop this bitch in half. And the mimicrome, half of it starts to do it, but then the other half starts... It kind of scatter shots. Like, it's really... It's like, really confused. Some of it is going for the tentacles itself. Like, it's not forming a weapon, it's just... going for the weapons. Sorry, wait, the hell?
What?
I have a... There's a... What? I'm
What?
There
Did
was
Cat
a
do a typo?
no. There was a commercial that was just like attack, and I'm like, yes, we're attacking. Wait, what?
What? Hey, clearly we need to attack.
Okay, that was weird. Anyways, so yeah, some of the mimicrome is just going straight for the tentacles, not even like forming weapons. Some of it's going for the ocean, and some of it's going for the halflings. And like I said, it's like all of it is just scattershotting. Like, it is so confused right now. There are, like, multiple places this thing wants to go.
I have an idea, but it could rip some people in half, so I don't want to do it. But also, I want to do it.
What is it? Would Lannon do it?
Yes.
Then do it!
Fuck.
Oh,
Make
no.
it so, number one.
Lannon wants to will all the nearby Mimicrum to him.
Alright. You know that this is gonna take, like... First off, you have to convince the Mimicrum to come to you. That's first off.
Yeah, I know.
So that's gonna take some fucking wills right there. Hello, helicopter. I don't know if anyone else can hear that, but there's a helicopter.
I could not hear.
I cannot. No.
Well, then I just
Just
You
have
just
to
sound
imagine
crazy.
it.
It's just imaginary helicopter. Okay, lots of noises today. You're gonna have to make me a kick-ass will save. First off, to do that.
Was that wisdom?
Yeah. Now, let me
Okay.
clarify. When you say the Mimichrome from everywhere, you mean everywhere, right?
I really don't want to actually rip people in half. Everywhere except from the halflings. Because I
Okay.
know, like, that's in their system.
Alright, so that's still gonna be pretty high wisdom, because now you're giving it a specific order, like, hey, Mimichrome, come to me, but don't kill those little people over there. That'd be great. You are being very specific.
Come on, fighter dice.
I wish we had some inspiration. This sort of came in handy.
Actually, I do have inspiration checked off in my sheet. I don't know from what, but I do have it.
You hadn't used yours from the previous session.
Ooh. I should have shut up. I wanted to see what had happened.
Fuck it. Using
Oh,
that.
gee, maybe if you had someone who controls rolls, they might be helpful.
Alright.
You already used your natural 20.
I've got my important rolls for the day, though.
Fair.
When I wake up, anyway.
One of them could be a 20. That's okay. Alright, so you're going to use your inspiration.
I'm gonna use that inspiration.
Do it. Make it happen.
Wait, didn't we say inspiration just gives you an automatic success?
Yes, but I just wanted to see if he actually would have rolled or not.
Cat, I couldn't hear you. What'd you say?
Don't worry about it.
Yeah, don't worry about it.
So, that's an automatic success. So you are watching as your Mimichrome is just fucking whoop, everywhere, like an ADHD child in a candy store. And, you kind of do your mental link again with your Mimichrome, and it's like, hey, I need you all.
Fuck back here.
I need you all to come here. Also, bring me more, but don't kill the halflings. And the Mimichrome they all freeze in place for a second. It's like if time stopped and the rain stops in midair. That's kind of what happens for a minute. And then it all starts pulling back to you. And you see from the water, there's like water starts kind of rising and heading towards you. And roll me a 1d6.
Oh. Okay. It's 4.
That's a 4. You see one of the tentacles starts to kind of like tear and sunder. Like, it's one of the tentacles above you, so there's like this drip, drip feeling on the top of your head, and you look up, and this thing, like this tentacle is splitting, like it's starting to bleed, and you hear like this shriek from the ocean again, and whatever that tentacle was holding, it just straight up drops it, and you watch as this little shape like just starts plummeting. It's
Oh, fuck.
I would say it's kind of plummeting near you, so if you want to try and catch that, you go for it.
Yes. What is that? Athletics, acrobatics, what?
I would say you resonate with me. What would it be?
I'd be jumping to grab them.
All right, to make it athletics.
17.
All right, you like get your bed wolf to jump up into the air, and you catch this male halfling, and plop back to the ground. And you actually get a good look at what this halfling is. Svein, I should mention this too. the halflings that are around this fence, at least the two you've rescued so far, quote unquote rescued, they have much darker skin. The masks they have seem to be more ocean oriented. Like the guy you just saved has a crab mask. The woman that you saw, Svein, has like a lionfish mask. They they have kind of like the same genetic makeup as Yosh did. And Lannon, as you are like, you've got this guy on your wolf, and you're a pretty decent distance away from the ocean at this point. But as you land, and as it's like, oh, I saved a person, you watch as this guy suddenly just like leans off of your wolf, and it's like some invisible force snatched him and is pulling him back to the ocean.
What?
All the Mimicrons trying to be pulled together.
Dun dun dun, maybe.
Oh.
Oh, fuck. Alright. Speaking of Mimicron, how much gets pulled to me?
Quite a bit. You remember how it was like a shirt at this point?
Yeah.
It's like a shirt with short sleeves now.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
That doesn't mean much. Lannon's not a very buff person.
Listen, just because he doesn't like short sleeves doesn't mean he should hate them.
He doesn't hate them. I'm just saying, that's not too much Mimicron for short sleeves.
Anyway.
But, I mean, that's all I had in mind.
Yeah, so I guess we're gonna end your turn right now with this guy just being like, oh god, why? The squid is pretty upset over what just happened.
I would assume so. I just ripped off one of its dumb arms.
Well, you like started to rip off one of its dumb arms. It's like at a weird
That's
angle.
right.
Yeah, it's like at a weird angle. So it's going to try and kind of bring that broken one down upon you, Lannon. And
Oh, fuck.
So we're going to see how that works.
Come at me, motherfucker.
Don't say that. It's got a... I just counted. Oh, 23?
Well, fuck. It came at me, motherfucker.
Yeah, it did. Alright, I'm going to need you to take... Whew.
Don't say that.
13 points of damage as this thing just fucking, like, smashes down upon you. And, let me make a roll real quick.
It's not
Okay, yeah.
horrible. It ain't great, but it ain't horrible.
So it comes to smash down upon you. The wolf kind of gets out of the way. It's like, fucking, I'm not getting split in half. And it kind of, like, sidesteps it. But, you kind of get fucking, like...
Squeeze.
Not squished, but kind of, like, slapped out of your seat, and you hit the ground, like, 10 or 15 feet away from your wolf.
Oh, fuck.
Still behind the fence, but, whew, yeah, this is quite a hit, and now you are prone.
Oh, fuck.
So a good time. Going back up to Svein, you are still with this woman and child. She can't move, it seems. It feels like she weighs like 100 tons. And Ian is still kind of behind you, thanks to your magical roguey powers. You managed to get there first. Ian's still kind of behind. He's catching up. So what do you want to do?
Oh, for a second, I thought, who the fuck's Ian? Is she talking about Winslow? But no,
Oh,
I remember
no.
Ian.
Oh no, I said his name. Why do I do these things?
No,
God damn
I
it.
remember Ian.
I know, it was supposed to be a secret. Okay, well, now cat's out of the bag. The guy who's got the mask is Ian. From the interlude. Do, 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 do. The interlude with Lobe. So,
Yes.
yeah. So there's Ian. Woo! Secret spilled.
Yay!
You still have to ask his name later. Anyways, no, Ian's still trying to catch up. Fuck.
I'm proud of you, Kat. I want you to know that.
Whatever. So yeah, Svein, what do you want to do?
Okay. Let's see here. Svein is going to try and maybe tug harder.
Okie
Get
dokie.
the parent and child free.
Make that roll. Make that roll.
All right, 14.
That's better. You pull at the woman's arm again. There's like that really uncomfortable near dislocating feel, and dude, she does not budge, like at all. And as you're kind of making this exchange, she is sort of shifting her child, and she starts to kind of hand it to you, and she's like, just take him, just leave me and take him, please.
Okay. But I don't understand. What is happening here? Is it magic?
She doesn't know, like, and she doesn't even know how to respond to it. She kind of breaks down in tears, and she gives you this little boy who's got, like, this little sea urchin mask. Who's also crying, might I add. Does not want to be separated from this mom. Very upset by this whole ordeal.
Okay, little guy, let's go.
Alright, what are you gonna do?
Svein's gonna take the kid and, I guess, run a short distance away.
Alright, you start to run, and, this kid, listen, kids aren't heavy by nature. Halfling kids, especially not heavy. This kid is like, there's a little bit of resistance as you're trying to run away from the ocean. Just like the tiniest bit of resistance. Enough that you can still run away, but you can feel it. Like there's still some kind of invisible force trying to tug back. And as you are running back to, I guess, the caravan itself, Ian sort of is about to run past you, and he says, do you have anything that gives off light, like flares or fire or any kind of spells?
Let me think. Well, I do have a lantern. I could light that. I have some oil.
Okay, then, shit. And he's, like, looking around trying to find something, and he spots...
What is going on here?
Again,
There's something strange.
I totally understand. Have no time to
Okay.
explain it. And he's, like, looking around the camp trying to find something, and he sees a cart kind of farther off in the distance, and he points and he says, look, if you can light up that cart, this thing is like a deep-sea squid. It does not like light, so if we can get a lot of light going, we'd scare this thing off.
Okay, let's do it then.
All right.
Question, does Lannon hear that?
Good question. Does Lannon hear that?
Perception check?
Perception.
Yeah.
Lannon does hear that.
Okay, so you, like, hear this screaming crazy man saying stuff like, it's a giant squid, like, it lives in deep waters, it hates light, or it's afraid of light, like, or it's sensitive to light. That's what it actually is. Like, we just need a lot of light. We need a lot of light. And, you hear this, so there you go. You now have that advantage as well. And speaking of that, Lannon, it is now your turn, unless Spain wants to do something else.
Is Svein able to make it all the way over to that cart?
Yeah, you can make it, at least make it to the cart, and then you can start your prep.
Alright, yep, and then I'm gonna start the prep for lighting up this lantern.
Light it up. Light it up. Now, wait, clarification.
Was he wanting me to light the cart on fire? Is that...
I mean, is that what you got from that?
Sure, that's what Svein got.
Alright, then we're gonna do that then.
Yeah, just gonna, pour some oil in there and,
Alright. So
light it up.
You're gonna make your way up to the cart and you're gonna light your lantern, and that's about it. Lannon!
That's right.
You just heard this declaration of this thing is sensitive to light.
Alright.
Light it up.
Light it up.
Alright, so... Where's that squid's tentacle?
As of current, it's slowly starting to lift up about 15 feet away from you to the right.
So it's getting out of my melee range.
Getting out of melee range, yes.
Okay. Would I be able to take an attack of opportunity on it?
You are like 15 feet away, so probably not.
Damn. Could I jump and do it?
Oh my god. Okay, well, you're also prone, so you need...
No, yeah, I know. I was kidding.
Alright.
Alright. I'm gonna get up, and I'm gonna take a bottle of Shiva Fire out.
Oh my god.
It doesn't like light, nor fire.
That's fair.
But does it have blood?
We don't know. I
Squids?
don't know if it has blood yet.
Is it a squid?
Yeah,
We don't know.
it's a giant squid.
Are you
Well, we
sure
know
about
it's
that?
like a squid.
It's like a giant squid. It's a magical giant squid. As you were.
Well, it probably doesn't like magical fire.
As you were.
Could I throw one of the bottles at the tentacle? Because you said it was cut, right?
Yeah, there's blood coming out.
Alright. Could I?
I mean, yeah, go for it.
Cool. What the fuck do I roll for that?
That's a ranged attack, so... What's the...
Dexterity?
Yeah.
Are you
Instead of-
proficient in this?
That's another good question.
In throwing? No.
Don't miss.
Some people are.
So you basically just don't add your proficiency. So just do it plus your
Oh,
dex.
fuck. Yeah, I know. I dropped my dice. Damn it. Where is it? There it is. That's an 18.
Wow! That's a good throw! Yeah, no, you fucking overarm this thing like Babe Ruth. And you hear the satisfying sound of smashing glass. And then you see the sight of the blood fucking catching on fire. And it's like a fuse that's just been lit because there's like blood dripping down and that fire like jumps up and up and up and then it gets into the cut and then suddenly the tentacle inside, like phosphorescence, is fucking on fire. And you watch as this like these on fire veins are just like spreading up the tentacle and then it disappears into the ocean and then like 5 seconds later the rest of the tentacles light up like fucking Christmas trees and this thing is just shrieking. Rumi,
Lannon has been waiting for this ever since he created it.
roll, what is the Shiva fire damage again?
5d6, but that's calculated for a normal human person.
Yeah, no, make that like what is it? That's medium. Yeah, no, make that 10d6 then.
How many dice do you have for this, Nick?
Everybody help
I
him.
I have an app for such an occasion.
All
Don't
right.
worry.
Make that so.
It's called bucketodice.com.
I was about to say, I don't even have 10 dice. 10 sets.
10 sets of 6 dice. Sure you do. Just-
Guys,
yeah.
it's 43 damage.
Oh my god. That are a lot of damage. Okay, well,
That would almost kill me.
so this thing is just not having a good day anymore. It is shrieking. It is lit up. It is dropping everything it had in its hands. So you
Fried
see
squid, anyone?
fried squid, anyone?
Yeah.
Just like dropping everything out of its hands. It's like pulling back into the ocean. It's flailing, it's twisting, it's shrieking. It's like a terrible... I say it's a terrible sight, but maybe it's actually weirdly eerily beautiful because it's like all this water's like splashing up around this like glowing outline of a squid. So maybe it
Oh,
is.
Lannon thinks it's gorgeous.
And you watch this thing just like pull farther and farther and farther into the ocean. And eventually all the tentacles slip down, but you still see the faintest glow. And a minute passes by and like everything goes silent. And then another minute passes by and everyone's still silent, like nobody's moving. And you see way off into the distance, just like this big geyser of just bubbles and froth and glowing, boiling blood. And you watch as this giant shape just bloop, boop, onto the surface of the ocean. And it just sits there. And for a minute, again, nothing happens. Everyone's just kind of watching, like, holy shit, this thing is just dead. And then, like, just by the moon's light, you start to see, like, these little flecks. And they start pulling off of the squid, and it pulls, like, faster and faster, and it's swarming more and more. It's like this big,
Oh no.
frightening cloud of just swarming silver flecks. And when they're done, like, this thing is being shredded to shit. Like, it's pretty far out in the ocean. Even then, you can see, like, bits of water are already starting to dye with blood. and it just, like, it's getting, like, faster and faster, like a frenzy of piranhas. And then all of those silver flecks condense into a fairly impressively large ball. And it all just kind of, like, silently, without a sound, sinks into the ocean. And all that's left is just, like, this floating, torn, carcassy mess of what was once a giant squid.
Damn it! Kennam wasn't here to see that. You would have loved the fire. Oh well.
Yes, we'll have to tell him about that.
So, everything is kind of coming down from that. You see the, lighter-skinned halfling are helping the darker-skinned up. None of them are moving away from the wall still. Like, the darker-skinned halfling, they're not moving from that wall. Like, you can see some of them are kind of, like, pulling the kids away, maybe the younger ones, but anyone who looks like they're adult and above, they're just sticking to this fence. And, I already said his name. Ian comes on over to you guys, and he says, well, I have no idea what that was, but thank you for that. That could have been a lot worse, and we would have lost a lot more people.
Lannon's still just staring off into the distance, admiring his handiwork.
Listen, you are most certainly welcome here. I haven't even got a chance to introduce myself. Holds out his hand, and he says, my name is Ian. This isn't exactly my caravan, but mine is here to help the Salted Pearl. And I would greatly appreciate your help if you're thinking about sticking around.
I just glance over at Svein and Winslow and say, like, yeah, I think we have some time.
Now, who are you glancing at?
Svein and Winslow.
Who's that last person?
Is he hiding under the bed, Wolf?
I don't know. Like, listen, Svein, last you saw him, he was by the Sofamander, and that was way back at the edge of town, of the camp.
Oh. So he's not around.
He's not around you right now.
Okay.
You didn't see him during the fight.
That second one.
But, yeah.
Fucking useless as usual.
Yes, I'm sure we could pitch in to help a little bit.
I really appreciate that. Like, things have been a little crazy, and I'd love to tell you everything, but, if you have... And he stops, and he thinks about it for a second. He's like, wait, are you Lannon and Svein?
Lannon, puts his fists on his hips and is like, yes, sir, we are.
It would seem that our reputation precedes us.
He smacks his head, and he says, oh, of course! Everyone in the center of town was talking. That must have been Lobe. Oh my gosh, this is the craziest coincidence ever! I mean, a happy coincidence, but also kind of insane. Oh my god, you're the adventurers! You're the ones trying to fix the world tree, aren't you?
Yes, that's us.
But, he's kind of like doing a head count. He's like, I thought there were more of you. Isn't there, like, another one? And then, like, another one?
They're back at our cops.
Oh, well...
One of them's kind of sick.
Oh.
He did something kind of stupid.
Well, you all should come here for sure. We can make you some, like, a dinner or something, and we could sit down and I can tell you what's been going on. Oh my gosh, honestly, this is a relief. Like, I thought I'd have to try and deal with this alone, but with you four here, we might actually have a chance.
Please don't tell me there's another one of those squid things.
I mean, look, I'm as surprised to see that as you are. Giant squids, they're supposed to, at least as far as I know, they're supposed to be at the bottom of the ocean, so whatever that silver stuff is seems to be pulling creatures out of the ocean, and I don't know why, but it has this fixation on this caravan. I don't know why. But now that you're here, maybe we can figure that out.
Lannon kind of just hides the bit of mimichrome that might be showing out from under his armor.
Yeah, that weird silver stuff, hiding his arms behind his back. Okay, well, we'll try and get things cleaned up here then. You, go and get your cart, get your friends. If they're all like you, we actually might be able to fix this.
Oh, well, that's good to hear. Well, come on, Lannon, let's go. Let's see if we can, get our...
Someone has the Stone of Frost Speech, right? I don't have it.
At this point, we're just gonna fix this right here. At this point, everybody has a stone of far speech. Ears made sure you all had stones of far speech.
Okay, cool. Just gonna type that into my inventory.
Yeah, stone of far speech.
I do not know who you're going to call, though, because Kennam is unconscious, Ears is unconscious, and Yosh is unconscious. And Florence cannot talk.
As we have established, Florence is only alive through our own imagination.
Yeah. So y'all will have to go back
Kevin?
in. No.
Is she still at the cart?
Yeah, but...
Kevin, wake up, Ears.
I told you we should have duct taped it to her ear.
That's true. It comes around to bite you. So you guys will probably have to go back and let everyone know.
Alright, which means we gotta figure out how to get our rides going again.
Yeah, I mean, you
Probably
have
fall off a couple times.
you have the couch wolf. You should be fine. You can hold 2 people.
Mm-hmm.
Lannon's looking around real quick for some, like, empty bottles.
Empty bottles.
And, yeah, like
Wait.
flasks or whatever.
Wait a minute, where's Winslow? Where'd he go?
Yeah, okay, so while fucking Lannon is looking for bottles...
Hey, he wants to see if he can take some more Mimicron back. Okay?
Alright, you're doing bottles. Svein, good question. Where's Winslow?
Svein's gonna head back to the Sophamander.
You make your way through town again. I keep saying town. It's not a town. It's like a little establishment. Kind of weaving your way through. You see that there's like a couple of the Salted Pearl kids and kind of younger adults. You see some of them crying. They're being taken care of by Ian's caravan. Kind of sad, but you're on a mission here. Fuck sadness. You have to find Winslow.
Fuck emotions.
You make it to the back where you originally fell. And, Svein?
Yes.
There's no Sophamander. Far than that, there's no Winslow.
You took my ride and left me here.
Yeah.
So, Lannon, mind if I catch a ride with you?
Hold on.
Okay, I may have missed this part, but where's Lobe?
Lobe is currently at the center of town. He's kind of helping out with people who got trashed.
Well, what you have to do is just ask, where's the food? And then...
And that is where he will be.
Yeah, exactly.
And Lobe said that he can stay here, like, in case something attacks again. He'll heal up the people here. He'll kind of help Ian out, because they're bros. And you guys will ride back, and you'll tell everyone what the fuck happened, and you'll come back, and it'll be great.
Quote unquote, great.
Great! Alright, so you are making your way back up the dune. You are running across the beach, and both of you roll me handle animal this time, because you are both working together.
Alright. Here it comes. 14.
Pretty good.
Better than last time.
13.
13. Alright, so combined, that will be perfectly fine. You and the couch wolf, not the couch wolf, the bed wolf, you gotten close. You went through some stuff. Some deep bond trust shit. And,
Mattress Mastiff.
Mattress Mastiff, that's a good one. You and the Mattress Mastiff are pretty tight at this point.
The
Brothers in
slumber
blood.
pupper?
The slumber pupper. Shit, that's really good too.
Fuck it, I'm going with that one.
Alright, nope. So I lied. It's the slumber pupper. So you and the slumber pupper, super tight, brothers born of blood, blah, blah, blah. You get there much faster now. Like, maybe an hour passes this time. The moon is high in the sky. We are well into the night times. And you make your way to Florence, who, as Ears promised, has not moved. He greets you. Mouth door thing opens. You kind of jump on in there.
Wait, hold on. Is Ears still unconscious outside?
I mean, she's not outside. She's, like, in the main walk space area where, like, the
Okay.
swirly stairs are.
But she's still unconscious.
Yeah, she's definitely still unconscious.
Is she, like, on her back or on her face?
Why does this matter?
Just because.
Which one would make you happier?
Face.
Then we'll go with that one.
Alright, I'm pulling her by the leg over to the couch. Wait, the couch isn't there anymore! Fuck!
Yeah, y'all just like
Where's
sleeping.
Josh at?
Y'all just like sleeping on the floor with a bunch of fucking blankets, like a little baby. Like, that's so cute.
Find it. Then he's picking her up and just smacking her awake. He's scared of her, but currently he needs her awake, so...
Okay, so you smack her. She doesn't wake up.
Smack her again!
Okay. Doesn't wake up.
Oh, there goes my ideas. I
Lannon,
just
what are
leave
you
her there on the
doing?
ground. It's hard to wake her up.
Ears, wake up!
And I threw her on the ground.
Okay. Like a fucking ragdoll. At this point, Kennam, you are now active in this scene. I'm gonna let you just kind of like swing into the living room, and you walk in, and you fucking see Lannon just like slapping Ears profusely, and then drop her on the ground like a sack of potatoes.
How long have I been conscious?
For quite a bit. This about the latter half of that hour that it took them to
Okay.
get there.
I'm making waffles. No one's eaten all day. I'm making waffles.
Okay, so you're in the kitchen making waffles, and you hear this display, and you kind of like look over the kitchen island, and again you watch as Lannon smacks Ears around and then drops her like a sack of potatoes.
I'm gonna put like the bowl of waffle batter down and just go, ha. Keep in mind, Kennam has not taken this knife out of his arm.
It's still fucking there.
He is not a medical professional, and he does not want to kill himself trying.
And our only medical professional isn't here right now.
So you guys hear this, huh? You look over. There's Kennam. He's got a bowl of something.
Yeah, he's got like, he's been trying to one-arm make waffles this entire time.
Well, I
it's
mean,
taken quite a bit.
That's okay, because you know who else is there to help you?
Who?
No.
Is Winslow back?
No.
Oh yeah, JM.
Jam's got like this little fucking strawberry on her arm, and she looks over at you, Lannon, and you, Svein, and even though like her mouth is kind of stitched into a perpetual smile, she's still smiling, you know, like yay. And she, now did we clarify that the mind speak only works with you?
It only works with me.
Well, fuck it, I'm gonna make it everybody now, because that's lame.
Okay.
Your friendship is strong enough. She looks over at you guys and she's like, "We're making waffles. I'm strawberry captain," and she holds up the fucking strawberry.
She's a tiny child and I love her.
Maybe she taps into the Stone of Force speech.
Maybe. And
We hook one up to her.
Yeah.
there you go. And you hear like the wolf kind of pawing, still in the front because it can't fit in this fucking living room. It's a giant wolf. I'm sorry. What do we call it?
Slumber puppy.
Yeah, slumber pupper. It's still in the front. It's kind of like pawing impatiently, like.
Okay,
Alright, hold on.
Guys, I'm not mad, and I know we've made it a habit to take strays home, but what the fuck is that?
Oh, I should.
Oh yeah, you went awake for that.
Hey,
You do know you have a knife in your arm.
Yeah, where's Lobe? I kind of... Yeah.
I think he's still back at the caravan.
hey.
Come on, we should all go.
On that note, real fucking quick, I should add, like 2 seconds later, you hear the wolf kind of scooch to the side, and you hear the shattering of glass. And this pile of glass, like, slides across the entranceway, and then it reconstitutes itself into the hamster.
I don't know where you are finding this, but I want one.
In good time.
And both of these animals are kind of like pacing, to the best of their ability, around the entrance, kind of like impatiently waiting for something.
Sweet. Alright, Kennam, do you have anything to wake someone up?
I have things to put people to sleep.
That's the exact opposite of
Yes,
what we need.
we need the opposite of that.
Yeah, could you tell me what's happening with Ears? I tried a number of ways of getting her up, and none of it worked.
Yeah, same thing.
See those animals?
Yeah?
Those are her doing.
Oh, so they're like mini Florences, huh?
Exactly.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay. Anybody know how to undo that?
Nope.
No.
Can I roll Arcana to figure out how to undo that?
Yes.
As he shouts into the sky.
Yes.
There's just a recliner lever on the side. You pull that.
Arcana. That is a 17.
Yeah, so you use fucking context clues and realize, hey, Ears has to touch Florence to kind of revert it back to normal. She probably has to do the same with these creatures.
Does anybody have an arm? I don't, but let's...
I grab Irsa's hand and say, she does.
Yeah, she does.
Good. I need you to, like, puppeteer her over to, like, touch the creatures.
This is some Muppet-ass bullshit. I just want you all to know.
Doing it.
Okay, so you slap her hand on the two creatures, and you watch as they kind of shudder and shake for a minute, and they start to reconstitute back into their designated furniture pieces, and these, like, weird runic symbols are running down and up her arm and, like, to her back and, like, all down her body. And she suddenly jolts awake, and the first thing she does is looks at you, Lannon, and she's about to say something and then goes, "Ow!" Did you drop me out of the side of floor? Ow! Why does my head hurt?
There's no time to explain.
That sounds like a
Man just
cop-out.
whistling in the background.
Has Winslow come back?
I don't know, I just woke up. Wait. Why would you ask me that?
Kennam, has Winslow come back?
Has he come back?
Yes.
I'm asking GM
Oh,
Cory just really wants Winslow back.
That's right.
You know, I'd like Winslow back
No,
as
he
well,
wants his
but-
sofa mander back.
He does. Hey, Kennam, that's actually a good point. We may have to think back about this in a flashback. Alright, so Kennam,
Yes?
an indescribable amount of time has passed. You have been throwing up and in just the hot sweats. It's a bit like having food poisoning. If anyone's ever had that, it's like that, but like 10 times worse.
I've heard about it.
And
Ugh.
I'm sure Svein's read about it.
Yeah.
And you are sitting on this bed, just like racking in agony. The times that you are able to fall asleep, you just have these weird visions of that black place, and what used to be just a galaxy is now like still trying to sort of map itself out into like atlases and star charts. Yeah. And there comes a point where you're kind of going in and out of this consciousness that you find yourself sitting upright, and you seem to be in a familiar cabin interior. And do you remember what your cabin looks like when we were doing the rope trick and all that fun stuff? You gave it a name.
Literally just... I just called it the Kennam cabin last I checked.
Yeah, and like I think it was like a very bare bones cabin.
Yeah.
Okay, well
pretty
this is
much.
like a fucking dollhouse puked in it and then mixed it with the color pink.
Ugh.
There's like
Well, this is new.
there's like lace doilies, there's tables, there's like a whole countertop just dedicated to different shades of pasta. Like there's red pasta and there's blue pasta and there's green pasta
What?
and like just everything is just like a little girl's dream. And you see JM and she's like JM, and she's like waddling across the ground. She's got like this giant teapot, and she looks over at you, and she's like, oh, Tossy Gobble. And she like runs over and she jumps up, and she's like, what you doing here?
I'm gonna quickly first look at my arm to make sure, like, I didn't accidentally rope trick myself.
Yeah, no, not really. No rope tricks here.
Okay. This is a new one, actually. Hello, Jam. How you been?
I decorated, and she points.
I noticed.
You want spaghetti? I got biscotti. And she's like starting to like fucking run over to the counter. But like you have to imagine, this is a normal size counter, so she's like using the drawers as like a little ladder.
No, I think I skipped breakfast, so yeah, actually, I could go for some food.
Rainbow spaghetti! And she starts like pulling out like this fucking spaghetti, and just like throwing it in this cauldron-sized pot. And she starts to like boil it, and she looks over you, and she's like, Mr. Tossicopple, what you doing here?
I legitimately don't know. Usually there's like a door or something. Huh. Strange.
Oh, well, is like that door? And she points to the cabin door, kind of off to your left, that you definitely did not see, but it's there now.
I mean, I guess it's usually in the ground, but yeah, I guess that could work.
You gonna go?
I promised spaghetti time.
Rainbow spaghetti. And she like goes over to the pot and she like taps it twice, and then like all of the pasta comes out and it swirls around onto this plate, and she holds up the plate to you, and I'm not kidding, it literally looks like just rainbow spaghetti yarn with hearts and sprinkles and stars and just like all this crazy shit in it, and she holds it up to you and she's like, rainbow spaghetti.
I'm gonna legitimately take a bite of this and see if it's actual food. Is this actual food?
Very brave.
Listen.
It's just pure glitter and ribbons.
Does Kennam believe that this is food he can eat?
He's a little unsure.
Okay, then I want you to make a wisdom save.
All right, I can try and wisdom save. I've got proficiency in wisdom saves. Cool. It's like an 11.
Well, I mean, it's kind of like al dente pasta with the tiniest, hintiest bit of glitter. But, managed to eat some of it. You don't barf, which is a plus, because you've been doing that for the past, like, 4 hours. And, as you take that forkful, JM is, like, looking at you expectantly. Her little button eyes somehow are shimmering. Like,
Tell you what, JM, this was a good start. You've come to the right place if you want to learn how to cook, though. We can do some cool things later on. But now that I'm not puking, do you have any idea what's happened in the past? And he looks down at her wrist and go, oh yeah, no watch.
What's a watch?
You know.
A wrist sundial.
Note to self.
So many hours.
Invent a watch.
But Jay, do you have any idea what's happened in the past few hours? I've kind of been, and thinking back on like puking and vomiting and just all around feeling terrible.
All these gross
I've been a
things.
bit indisposed.
JM kind of shrugs for a bit. She shrugs for a second, and then she hops off of your lap, and she hops onto the tables and chairs, and she points out the window, and she says, it's crazy out there. It's all and
I'm gonna go take a look out the window.
I mean, it's that same vision that you saw. It's the mix of the swirling galaxies and being mapped onto the cartography stuff. The mix
Oh,
of...
sick! I can see that anytime I want.
I don't know. Did you do that?
Cool. Maybe?
It's pretty. It reminds me of, and you see her think for a second, like her little, stitchy mouth somehow frowns. Maybe it can in this world, who's to say. And her little button eyes narrow a bit, and she's like, I don't know. It reminds me something. Mr.
Totally forgot you were mortal for a second there.
Yeah, Mr. Tossy Cobble, we gonna make rainbow spaghetti?
You know what? I'm feeling like, no lie here, I'm definitely feeling like something more breakfasty. I skipped that, and I love breakfast.
What?
It's such a great one.
Breakfast is so good. Breakfast is
is
important.
Tell you what, let's first figure out how to get back onto Florence, and, then we will learn how to make cool breakfast things.
Okay. And she waddles over to that door that you saw, and she points at it, and she's like, I can't reach it. You gotta do it.
Sure. No problem. And, he's gonna try and go for it. I mean, I'm not much bigger than her.
So you, well, she's like Kevin's size, so you are definitely bigger than her. So you open the store, and you suddenly wake up, and you're sitting up in your bed, and JM is in your lap, and she looks up, and she's like, oh, Mr. Tossicobbles, awake! Go make breakfast.
First words out of my mouth are ow, because I realize there's a knife in my arm.
Oh, what's that?
That would be a knife. Ow.
Oh.
Just, like, literally just letting it sink in for a good minute or two and go,
You want Band-Aid?
well, I think we're gonna need a bit more than a Band-Aid. Could you go get ears?
Ears. Yes. Wait. Should I kiss it? I could kiss it.
Much as I would love that, you don't have lips.
She gives you like that kind of pouty, like, bitch, I could kiss it if I tried. But she slides off the bed and she like awkwardly toddles out the door to go find ears. Like, deek, 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 deek. And then a minute later you hear, Mr. Tossicobble!
What is it?
He's sleeping!
I'm gonna go reach for my cane, which I assume someone left on the side of my bed.
We're just gonna say yes.
And he's gonna try and like prop himself up and get out the door.
Yeah, you kind of like old man hobble out the door. And you see JM standing at the end of that hallway to the front entrance, and she's like pointing down. She's like, "Is it nap time? Is we supposed to be sleeping?"
I didn't. Ears? I'm gonna poke her with the cane and go, Ears, it's time to get up.
So
Come on."
Ears, I just want to clarify, Ears kind of like crumpled on the ground when she brought to life that last creature. So, I guess now you're poking her in the fucking face with a glass cane. That's cool. So you poke her a couple times. She doesn't move.
Well, she looks like she's breathing, so I guess she's okay.
It's nap time?
I don't know. I kind of had my nap time.
Yeah.
I'm feeling. All right. Well. All right. This is weird. Let's at least see if we can find anyone else. And he's just gonna like hobble around the cart trying to find anybody.
It's like a Scooby-Doo-esque investigating the house, or like Jam's looking at a box and you're looking behind a door, and she's like looking inside the pantry. She's like looking underneath an apple. It's like, there's no one under here. She like puts the apple down for a second and then reconsiders, and it's like, I'm gonna keep this. She's like, Winslow goes into the kitchen and puts the apple up. And now she's very fixated on this game of like, hey, I want to pick up things and put them on the counter because we could cook with these. And yeah, you're looking around this house, Kennam. You do not find anyone else. Yash is kind of asleep in a nest of blankets. No idea where the couch went. And you have just thoroughly searched high and middle of this cart. Can't find anybody. You went upstairs, you went into the rooms, you went into the library, just nobody's here. You head back to the kitchen and you watch your JM is still like taking out all these fucking fruits, and they're all the color red, and she's currently got a strawberry now, and she's like, I found the red things. I will find blue next.
Okay. All right. Well, let me think what happened last. I got a knife in my shoulder, so I really did stab myself. That was a dumb move. Then there was the seed. And he stops for a second as he realizes what happened. Like, things start to go back into his mind. He's like, oh, shit.
Well, let me see. I stabbed myself, and then there was a seed. Dong.
All right. Let me see if I can do one of Svein's cool things.
What's the Svein cool thing, Tossicobble?
I know he cast Mage Hand. That was a cool one. Let's try that. And he's gonna try and cast Mage Hand, and it's not gonna work because he does not know Mage Hand.
Well, yeah. Okay, so yeah, you try and cast this with your staff, and it fizzles a bit, almost like it's rejecting this reality and wants to replace it with another.
Okay, well, I can't do that. What other cool things does Svein know?
Ooh.
I don't have any rocks on my skin.
Mr. Tossy Cobble.
Yes, Jem?
Is there a basement? We go downstairs? What if they're playing hide and seek and they're downstairs?
Do you know what? Let's go.
We're gonna find them, and then they're gonna be it.
Sure. Let's go with that. Let's go.
Okay, so you pick up JM and you start towards the entrance, and you guys have always gone upstairs or to the left and the right. To my knowledge, nobody's gone down to the basement, like, ever.
This isn't
We do not
around.
speak
She
of
can't.
We do not speak.
She
of the
can't
basement.
yell at me for this.
But yeah, Ears has told you that the basement isn't really a place you're supposed to go, just because that's where all the seeds and the saplings are held.
Well, then I'm surprised no one has been down there.
Yeah, I'm kind of
I'm going
surprised
there.
too,
How
guys.
has that stopped us?
Yeah, guys.
I'm now going there explicitly for that reason. No one's around here, so might as well.
All right, so you are gonna go investigate the spooky, forbidden basement.
Sure. Sounds
Okay.
fun.
No, fine, God. I'll do your stupid basement. Okay,
That sounds fun.
so, you go down the first couple of stairs. They squeak a little bit, and it kind of freaks JM out. She's like, ha! She hides behind your head a bit.
You lived in a house where stairs literally collapsed. Are you okay, JM?
It's spooky. I don't like it.
I don't like
I
it.
don't like it!
Alrighty, just kind of hang out on just kind of hang out if you don't want to come with me.
She immediately kind of like shimmies down, and she sits on like that top stair. Her legs are like folded. She's got her hands on her lap. She's like, I'll wait here.
Okay.
Okay. Bye-bye, Miss Trustcobley.
I'll be right back.
Okay. And you start down the stairs, and you went down to the basement.
I feel like that was very anticlimactic.
Yeah, no, you went down, and then you're suddenly back upstairs, and Jam is like, what? What'd you, huh?
Kennam's gonna take a good long second to think about what the fuck just happened.
I mean,
Then he's gonna look down at the back of his hand and go, God damn it, Ears!
so, that was fun.
And you know what? Kennam's not gonna give up on that one.
Oh.
Kennam's gonna do this.
What?
I'm gonna try and summon my unseen servant directly into the basement.
Okay. You, do so.
Have him scout, with the command of scout around and then come back up and, essentially they can't speak, but they can write, so...
Oh, okay, cool. So you send your unseen servant down there. I just imagine you take like 2 steps up and you sit down next to JM.
Well, I want to specify here that I don't want to send him walking down there. What I can do is anywhere within, I want to say it's 30 feet at my level.
Yeah, you just kind of like project him in there, and now he's there.
I can, like, warp him right into it.
Oh yeah, I got you. So you do that, and you sit on the steps, and you wait with JM for a bit, and then JM looks up at you, and she's like, we gotta do breakfast. I got a lot of red things. We have red breakfast.
I'll tell you what. We can put one red thing in there, and we'll make something good. You can be the captain of that red thing. I'll let you choose.
I saw a lot of red things. Ah, and you like see she gets up and her head's like bent back, like she's like ah.
But now you have a lot of choices.
Ah.
Is it weird that I know a child like this?
I work with children, guys. This is the best character I've done yet. So you started to make waffles, and then.
Can I roll to make waffles? Just see how well it's been turning out so far.
Yeah, go for it.
Natural one, natural one.
I do
natural
believe
one.
we've been talking about it as nature, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Wow, that's a 22.
Woo! So yeah, bitchin' ass waffles. So now the flashback's over. And you're back in the present. And Svein just asked you the question, hey, did Winslow come through?
Yeah.
I haven't seen him.
Okay. Well, just checking.
Svein,
Yes.
where's Winslow?
That's what we're trying to find out. We should start heading down to that caravan.
Svein,
We did meet up with them.
where is Winslow?
You all hear just the sound of fist hitting wall. God damn it!
You idiots had one
They-
job!
I think he's with the sofa man.
Oh my god! Ugh. And you see her like sway for a second, she catches herself and she's like, well, no wonder I feel like I want to puke. God damn it! You let him just walk out from under your noses, huh?
Well, when we
Not
got
from under
there,
our noses.
see,
There was an attack and a battle, and he ran,
Oh my
and
god.
there was a giant squid.
which I
What?
quickly took care of.
Yes.
By the way, Kennam, you are totally correct. Fire solves everything.
Told you. On that note, could we quickly get this knife out of my arm and then talk about things?
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Kinda-
Yeah, here, we'll help you with that.
You didn't take that out? How long have you been awake?
Rather long. It's been a lot of pain.
So you've been making waffles with that in... Okay.
And I
mean,
was in
I've been-
charge of red. And fucking JM holds up the red strawberry.
It's going on top.
Duly noted.
And we're making some smoothies.
Yes! And they will also be red.
Okay, let me try and get that knife out.
Yeah. Does anyone have literally anything in
Medical
medicine? Because I've got a +1.
Medical.
Check,
I've got a +2.
check.
I've got a +1.
Lannon,
So
could you get
Lannon's
this
the
out?
most qualified to do this here.
Lannon, you've worked with knives. Could you get this out?
Let's see if I can get this out. I can get this out.
What is it?
16.
Okay, so
But it's gonna cost you.
one strawberry. Fucking JM loses her
Actually,
shit.
no, yeah, I'll gladly take a strawberry.
No!
Delicious.
Surprise-
Okay.
Small
Calm
waffles.
down.
Okay, you just like, you walk over as Kennam's like, so what's with this knife? And you just walk over, grab the knife, and just go,
Pain? Any pain?
I mean,
Lot of
you're pretty
pain,
numb to
little
it at
pain.
this point, so I'm gonna say it's,
Takes a second.
yeah. It's like a, takes it out, and then you're like, oh wow, I guess that wasn't really bad.
Okay, I deserved that one. Yep. Okay, I get that.
Okay, well, that was super fun and great. Is anyone still concerned at all the fact that our fucking fugitive who tried to destroy an entire kingdom is gone?
Does he have one of those symbols on his hand?
Yes!
Is there any way you could track him via that?
And then she thinks, she's like, oh yeah, I guess there is.
Good thinking, Lannon.
Lannon gives the smuggest smile he can.
Okay, I'll be right back. And she's gonna go upstairs, and check on something. And JM is gonna look at the
Cut off
wrist.
his fucking hand.
JM looks at all of you and she's like, so we're gonna eat breakfast or what?
Lannon happily grabs a plate of waffles.
Sure, yes. Let's eat breakfast, then we'll be on our way. And hopefully we will find Winslow.
This is more like midnight brunch at this point.
Food is food.
Your food cycles are so fucked at this point. I would like.
After what we've seen, this is breakfast.
Yeah. Okay, so you all sit down.
I tell them the story of the squid.
And JM will all give you a red thing.
Nice.
She gets a strawberry because that's her special baby. But Lannon, you get a cherry. Svein, you get a cranberry.
Nice.
And Kennam, that's another red thing. You get a slice of you just get like the giant, like the whole fucking apple. She just plops it in. She's like, yep.
I was thinking raspberry, but hey, that apple works too.
She's like, and tomorrow it's gonna be blue. She like takes a seat and starts kind of playing with her own strawberry. She doesn't really eat it. She just kind of plays with it.
I love it. She's so adorable.
And at this point, you two, or you three, probably exchange stories. Kennam, you are now caught up with the situation. And if you would like, you can also share your situation with the boys.
On that note, you said I've been awake for about an hour, right?
Yeah.
What has my unseen servant found?
Yeah, we'll get to that. I want to hear if you guys want to discuss anything first.
Well, I mean, Kennam doesn't have a whole lot to share in that situation, so...
Alright, well then consider this the role-playing part where you're reacting to everything.
Ah! Ooh!
Ah!
Wowie zowie.
No, he's just going with the super over
And
the top.
then I was about to set a cart on fire.
Oh yeah, you never set that card on fire.
There's probably a halfling out there that's thanking Svein
That's
for that.
thrilled by that.
Trust me, Svein, I'm sure it'll happen soon enough.
Yeah.
Knowing us, it'll happen.
You're
We're
right.
not a
we
real
just have
adventuring
to
party. We
believe.
still haven't set our own tavern on fire.
Okay.
In fairness, we haven't had to take a rest at a tavern.
Yeah, we're trying to
Oh no,
avoid
we
that.
did one. We did rest at one tavern,
And it was
and we had enough alcohol to set the place on fire.
we did. It was great. So you guys finished this discussion, and I guess you're all just sort of taking it in, eating your waffles. But then you hear JM say, "Are they gonna be okay?"
The halflings?
Yeah.
That's
Well,
a good question.
We
know
don't
yet.
know. That's
Well-
why we want to go back and check on them. It sounds like they need our help for something.
She looks up at you, Kennam, and she says, "Miss Tracy Cobble, we gonna help?"
Of course.
Trusty couple.
keep changing.
But I wouldn't worry about them too much. I mean, we halflings are pretty resilient. I know you weren't here for it, but I did slam myself into a slime at like top speeds, and I'm okay. So we should be okay.
Okay is a relative term.
I don't know. I didn't lose any health from it, so
JM stands up with her little... Her strawberry is kind of just become like this little shriveledy up thing at this point. Like, she hasn't eaten it. It just seems like she just absorbed the life essence of it or something.
What the
And she kind of
fuck?
pushes that aside. Don't worry about it. She pushes that aside. And she's like, Mr.
I'm worried about
Mr.
it.
Tasty
Jam, you can soul steal?
What? I don't know what that is. Mr. Tasty Cobble, I want help. I want help so good.
You know, there has been something I've been wanting to try. Alright, Jam?
Yes.
Let's see if this works in a non-violent manner.
Okay.
Kennam's gonna hold up one of the waffles on his plate, non-syruped at this point. Just kind of hold it up and go, I want you to punch this. And I'm gonna try and cast True Strike through her. Because you can do that with familiars.
All right, so you hold up this waffle, and she's like, okay. And she, like, gets into a little squat stance. She pulls her little cloth hand back, and she starts to lunge forward with it. And it's like, you're casting True Strike, I assume?
Yes.
Okay.
I'm trying to cast it on self through her.
Okay.
So on her using her.
So, God damn it, guys. Strawberry Jam is fucking adorable, and now I can't stop thinking about it. You and your...
She wears like a little hat.
Yeah, she wears, like, a hat.
We'll make something for her.
We'll do it. She'll just have a whole strawberry theme outfit. No, so she reels back and she goes to punch. And, like, this is how a kid thinks punching works, so it doesn't look very good. It's like, eh. But then, like, halfway through that punch, you cast this True Strike, and all of a sudden, she turns into, like, a fucking martial artist. Like, her expression hardens, and her fist tightens, and she's like, what? And she fucking punches the waffle. Holy shit. And,
She punches it into Waffle Crisp.
yeah. No, she punches a hole through it, but like she hit with so much ferocity that the waffle actually flies out of your hands and it just tears into two and it hits the ground. And you hear like an excited meh, and you hear Kevin go,
All yours, buddy.
and she starts snarfing that waffle, super excited, doesn't care if it's like in pieces. And JM looks at her fist and she's like, I'll use it for good.
Okay, before we head out, we need to armor her, and I will be able to use all of the telekinesis.
She's just gonna turn into this little fucking Jackie Chan doll.
Of course.
You know what? Lannon's
With
gonna help with
karate
that.
chop action.
Karate chop action. So at this point, Iris comes back downstairs and she says, okay, well, Winslow is going in the total opposite direction of us, which is great. So, this sucks. I guess we kind of have to make a choice here. I mean, it sounds like the Astral puddle situation is dire, but just so you all know, Winslow seems like he's making his way back to Smolderven.
Well, I don't like that at all.
I mean, it'll probably take him a couple days, but... I mean, it's up to you guys.
Is there any way to just turn off the Sofamander?
I was about to ask, can you siphon the magic from here?
Just remote disable?
Yeah, no, unfortunately that's not how it works.
Control-Alt-Delete?
No, there's no Control-Alt-Delete. I have to physically make contact with it or it doesn't work.
Fuck.
Can we catapult you? Wait, hold on. I've got a wonderful idea.
No,
Is it your...
no.
Does your
no,
body have
no,
to hit... Does
no,
your...
no,
Hold on.
no.
Does your body have to touch it, or could a soul projection of your body could touch it?
I physically have to... Okay, she rolls...
Wait, rocket? No!
No, listen. She rolls up her sleeves, and she, rolls up both her sleeves, and you see one of her arms is covered in, that runic symbol, and the other one isn't, and she's like, but this hand right here, the one that doesn't have the little tattoos, physically has to touch that, so I can get my spell back.
Yeah, I've got nothing for that.
Okay. So, gonna have to make a choice here. I'm not saying that Florence cannot catch up to Winslow as is, but the more distance he gets on us, the harder it's gonna be to catch him. So, we can go get him now, but I don't know what's gonna happen at the Astral puddle. Because it kinda sounds bad there too.
Damn it, Winslow.
Why does he always have to mess it up? And he took my Sofamander.
That's what you're really pissed about. Fuck the fact that he seemingly stabbed you all in the back. You're just mad that he took your lizard.
That's right. Took my ride. GTA'd
You
it.
don't take another man's ride.
I have an
Grand
idea.
Theft Sofa?
Okay.
Alright, so in the interludes, we've talked about there's always a phoenix coming around to make sure that I get a letter from or to my mother back in Smolderven, right?
Yes.
Is there any way I could call it?
Ooh. There's an interesting idea.
Can the Phoenix carry ears?
No.
That's not what I was thinking,
Just 'cause...
but we'll save that for plan 2.
Oh, gosh. Well, there probably is some kind of specialized whistle that the Phoenix will respond to, given it is within decent range and you can hear it.
Can I try?
Sure. I mean, it might...
Wait, don't you make crazy creatures' ears out of, random furniture?
Yeah, what about it?
So why don't, why don't we, send you and someone else that way, and then have other people help the people? The Astral Puddle people.
Hey, that's a great idea.
Okay, well,
Because, let's be honest, only one person is required to fight Winslow. We've kind of done this. Been here, done that.
he is a bit of a pushover.
Bit is an understatement.
You've already seen I can't really fight. I mean, I need...
That's why you bring one person with you. Again, been there, done that.
Okay, but listen, that means you're not gonna have me for this. If you guys go to that Astral puddle, you are on your own. You will not get any help from me. If I make another creature, I will be close to the point of just being completely unconscious. I will not be of any help whatsoever.
Why does that force you to pass out? Conversation for another time.
I mean,
Lannon's
we
just
can always
gonna
ride
follow through with trying to call the Phoenix.
Okay.
just from outside Florence.
All right. Make that. Just do a. Actually, I'll just do perception for the Phoenix.
Kevin's gonna slap his own face, like face palm, and go, We have a rideable creature already. Looking down at Kevin.
The cart goes fucking silent. Like, oh, yeah.
We don't need to make another one.
That is true.
Okay.
And I mean,
very
Kevin
true.
could easily take. I'm sure Kevin could take Winslow if we had to, if push comes to shove.
Okay, that's true too. Kevin can probably take me as well. I mean, I'd still feel comfortable somebody coming with me.
Fair.
Is Phoenix going on?
You blow the whistle, a couple seconds pass, nothing's really happening. You might be out of range.
Damn it. I was literally just gonna write a letter to Smolderman saying, hey, look out for this fuckface.
I mean, it might come later, it's just not coming right now.
I know. I'm just explaining
Yeah.
to the group.
So, it sounds like you guys have a plan. Either grow Kevin and send Ears with somebody else to go chase down Winslow, or keep Kevin, make another furniture creature, and, again, chase down Winslow. Basically, both of the options are chase down Winslow. It's just how do you want to do it? Who do you want to lose?
Well, first of all, we definitely are gonna need. We're definitely gonna go with the Kevin idea. Just that's my thought process anyway. Because why would we make Winslow? Why would we make Iris more useless than she already is?
Ooh!
Oh.
Shots fired!
Oh.
Alright, well,
But I mean, think about it. Why would we make her unable to do anything when we have Kevin?
I mean, but that just means if you guys run into trouble, you can't use Kevin.
That is fair.
It's a lot of stuff to think about.
It's very true.
Yeah, okay,
yep,
so
there's gonna be
Ears
consequences.
hold up hands. She says, okay, look, we have some time to think about this. We still technically even have to grab Lobe. So I'll go back up. I'll start taking us to the Salted Pearl Caravan. You guys think about it down here, and let me know what you come up with. And she's gonna go up the stairs.
Ears will remember this.
Ears will remember this. And, so you guys, you have some time to think about that. But as you do, as you're, like, kind of, where are you gonna, like, convene? Ooh, sorry, Mike. Where are you gonna convene to kind of, like, talk this through?
I mean, we're already in the kitchen.
You are already in the
Back
kitchen.
Yeah.
room.
Meanwhile, Yash in the corner is like...
Should we wake him up?
Yeah.
No,
No.
don't.
No.
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 He's still missing a foot. Let's.
Let's just chill on that for a second.
Wait,
We need to get him a proper body at some point. By the way.
I was about to suggest, why don't we just send Ears on Yash? Yash can fly now.
He's also missing a foot and not used to being a flying creature.
Regardless, he can fly.
Yeah. Don't
How is
think
Ears
that
gonna
Ears
get
is
on?
gonna go along with that.
How is Ears gonna hold on to him?
So, I guess we should clarify.
Josh doesn't have hands, and he's also missing one foot, so...
We should clarify how big these harpies are. So, halflings themselves are small creatures, correct?
Yes.
So imagine that as just a bird.
Oh.
They're not exactly big. Now, if these had been like humans, and we had fused them with a seagull, they would have been human sized. They would have been medium sized. But these are still like halfling sized harpies,
Okay.
just to clarify.
I was thinking a lot bigger than it was.
No. Maybe one day he'll get that
Yeah,
big.
that's not gonna work.
Maybe if he was a bigger bird and not a stupid
Honestly, I think we can deal without Kevin.
Yeah, you got me. And you see JM, and she's like flexing her little cloth muscles. I'll protect everyone. It'll be great. We go on an adventure.
That, and I've got just about enough fire to cover Kevin's place for a temporary time.
But that's good. Okay.
At least I think I do. By the way, Svein, what are some things you do?
Well, I do like to read. Say that.
Take long walks
Haven't
on a
picked
beach.
that up.
Yes.
Haven't picked that
Although
up.
I have a feeling that's not what you're talking about. What do you mean?
Well, I mean, there was a purple seed, and now it's in my shoulder. Well, I think it's in my shoulder, and things are happening, and I'm not entirely sure what happened. And since you have a purple seed, what do you do? I want to try and see if I can do what you do. Mage Hand didn't work, but maybe I have other things.
All of
That's
what Lannon is thinking
because-
during this is, does Jam have a seed?
Does she?
And he's just contemplating that.
He's like staring at her as she's like practicing kid ninja techniques. Like, hey-ya! Hey-ya! Oh, and she like fucking like overcorrects herself. I'm okay.
Well, let's see. I suppose I am quite nimble.
I mean, I was always kind of nimble, though. That doesn't really help much. Anything else?
Well, I'm quite observant, too. I don't know if that helps anything. I mean, it's hard to really think. I can think of maybe things, qualities that I had before I had the seed, but after I got the seed, I don't know. They just all felt natural to me. Let's
All right.
see. Well,
For another day, I guess.
I am good at sneaking up on people sometimes and hitting them right when they're not looking.
Backstab.
Is anybody not currently looking at Kennam? Kennam, sorry.
Is
Lannon's affixed on JM.
Jam is being super fucking cute.
I'm gonna try and throw a punch at Lannon.
Okay.
It's not gonna do much. I've got a strength of -1.
Yeah, alright, go
And
for
you
it.
can't. Here's the thing: you can't sneak up on Lannon. He has the alert feat. You cannot
Gonna
surprise
try-
him.
I'm gonna try and do it anyway.
All right,
He doesn't know that.
fair.
I just imagine like Lannon has his hand kind of like on his cheek and he's sort of slouched over and he's watching JM. It's like, oh my god, this precious little butterfly. And all of a sudden you see that hand that's on the cheek just reach up and grab Kennam's fist and he's like, what are you doing?
Yeah, no, that was a 3.
Yeah,
Probably pinged
no,
off
that's
the
definitely
armor.
what happens then. You're like, eh. Oh god.
Alright, so that didn't happen.
Oh, well, you know, I'm also quite handy with locks. Well, except for the last one.
Yeah, that last one wasn't super great.
When we found JM, you see, I had these very specialized tools, and, well, one of them kind of broke.
Yeah, you're probably gonna need to get a new one of those, huh?
Oh, can I see it?
Yeah.
Can I see it?
No, they broke.
Sure, here you go.
It's
Maybe I can
broken.
take it. Maybe I can
Broken
take it.
fucking pieces of lockpicks.
Yeah. That's how good he is.
Kennam's
He
gonna
can
poke
do
at
it
the
even
lock.
with the broken tools.
Yeah, so alright, so let me see if I've got this broken down. Basically, for this bit, as you guys are making your way to the camp, you're kind of going through like a rogue montage, like trying to figure out what you can do now.
Yeah, kind of. I'm gonna poke at the locks a bit.
Okay.
Like the lock picks. Kind of see what's up and like. Now, I have no idea how you've been working with these because my hands are a bit tiny for them. And then he's gonna accidentally cast mending.
And then they magically fix in your hands, and JM's like, oh, magic! Do it again! Do it again!
Oh,
Well, that is a new one.
that's brilliant. Why didn't I think of that? You know, I know how to use that spell, and I kind of forgot about it.
Oh, I picked up a spell of yours. Do you know anything else?
Well, let's see.
Now these two are like sitting in the living room exchanging notes with each other.
He's gonna cast Silent Image to make a bowl of blue waffles appear on the kitchen counter.
What? No! It's supposed to be tomorrow! Go away! And KJM goes over and tries to kick him, and her foot just like, goes straight through, so she flops on her back.
Wait. Lennon wants to like pick up JM real quick,
Okay.
and while she's like in his hand, he wants to get Mimicrum to form armor around her.
Oh my god.
Ooh.
Little teeny tiny person armors. Okay. Roll me that. That's a will. That's something new.
That is some. Well, Would it be because
It's
blue?
tiny.
Alright, fine. 19.
Yeah, no, you were like watching this and you're like, I have a great idea. And you pick up this tiny little small bean and she's like, oh, hi, what we doing? And your mimichrome kind of starts to peel off and it forms around her. And now JM has fucking armor. So now her AC is increased.
JM is the best.
And JM's like, oh, I'm sparkly now! And she starts like spinning around and she's like, sparkle, sparkle, sparkle. I'm all sparkly. Miss Tossy Cobbler, I'm sparkly. Look, she's wiggling.
Sure, you sure are. Let me try that. And I'm gonna point in that general direction. And he does not have silent image, but instead he's gonna accidentally spend one of his. How are we doing spells, by the way? Because he got extra spells. Are we doing bard spells for bard spell slots? Or are we doing just spell
we're gonna keep them separated.
Okay. He's gonna use one of his bardic spell slots and cast Fairy Fire on the table.
GM is like losing her shit. She like gets off of Lannon's and she starts chasing the fireflies. Like, the rainbow!
Ooh.
She's like running out,
I can't
trying to
do
grab him.
that.
He's gonna look at it like his cane and go, well, that one is new as well. Good to know.
Alright.
Well, maybe you can do some of the same things, but they're different.
Yeah.
I don't know.
And
Alright, let's try something else.
but before you do, you feel like a tugging on your sleeve. And it's not JM because JM's still freaking the fuck out of rainbow, butterfly, firefly, whatever these are. Losing her
Okay.
shit. But something's tugging on your sleeve.
I mean, I'm gonna look.
You just say look?
Yeah, I'm gonna look at my sleeve.
Oh, I mean, there's nothing there. Just something's tugging at your sleeve.
I'm gonna kind of like move my hand out in front of where I think it is. And I'm guessing it's my unseen servant.
Yeah, you
but-
like, you reach your hand out forward and you're like touching a face and you're like, pap, pap, pap. Oh, it's a face. Okay. Unseen servant doesn't say anything, but you know.
Oh, does anybody have any paper?
Yes, I do. Here you are.
Alright, so I'm gonna get the unseen servant to...
Do you need a pen?
Yes, write out what he said.
How about a Kit Kat?
Write out what he saw. Snickers, because you're not you when you're hungry.
Some Mentos? Okay, so you give the pen and the paper to the unseen servant.
Yes.
And GM is kind of like watching the paper float for a second. She's like, oh, it's our buddy. That's our friend.
We'll call him Reggie.
Reggie!
Reggie.
Reggie, that's our friend. Lannon, that's our friend. You can't see him, though, because he's invisible.
Oh,
And the unseen servant starts to write. Are you gonna explain it all, like what the fuck is going on, Kennam? Because right now your teammates have no idea what is going on.
Yeah, we're all like, just like, huh?
What?
Oh! He's gonna lean in like into like the group and go, I got someone to look in the basement.
we have a basement?
I know, right?
Oh my goodness. Okay.
What's in there?
I don't know. That's what he's seeing. And he's gonna point at his the back of his hand and go, Iris did one of these things, and now I can't see down there.
What if it's just a giant storage space?
I doubt it. She's down there all the fucking time.
It's where she hides the.
She has a lot
Sorry,
of
Jane.
things to
Where
store.
she hides the jacuzzi. That bitch.
Does JM say that?
No. JM is not a party mouth. Potty mouth.
Party mouth?
Party mouth.
Same difference.
Yeah. So okay,
The
here's my
party raises
question.
the child.
Did you tell the unseen servant to write out what it saw or draw out what it saw?
I'm debating. I pretty much am just gonna ask it what it saw.
Okay, well, its first instinct is to write, so it's gonna write. And it writes, and it turns the paper to you guys, And it says, I went down to the basement.
Well, that's a good start. What'd you see down in the basement?
Oh,
Actually,
good.
no, screw it.
My mic picked up my facepalm. Cool.
Screw it. Give us a picture.
And you see the pen kind of float for a second, and float for another second, and it draws a rectangle, and it stops, and then it pushes the paper back over to you.
Huh?
Dang it, I thought magic eyes might work. Alright. Guess it's another one of Iris's trickeries.
Unless she just keeps large geometric shapes.
It's just like a giant black rectangle. Holy shit, he was right!
I'm waiting for it to be one of those shape sorters, and all he saw was the rectangle part.
So someone was like, someone had just said something about trickery, and you hear his call from like halfway down the stairs. What about trickery?
Oh, I'm learning Svein's forms of trickery.
Oh, that's exciting. I mean, you two literally share the same seed now, except not really. It's a new seed. Super thrilled about that, by the way. Super great.
I can make things glow.
That's great.
I'm gonna boop Jam's nose and just make the mimicrome form around her. Or, like, float around her.
Oh, it's like more things! She's kind of like waving in the air at them, like kind of This stuff is great. I like being here.
This reminds Lannon of his little sisters.
Oh,
so
see,
happy.
there's the connection.
So happy.
Tying it back around.
Alright, we should probably get down to business at this point, because we need to know what we're doing about Winslow.
Yeah, we're like, pretty much there at this point. Don't know what the heck you guys were doing down here. It sure sounded fun. But, what are we doing then? What's the plan?
We were talking about growing Kevin and you just riding her to find Winslow.
We'd still need someone to possibly have to fight Winslow if it comes down to that.
Right.
You know how
Kevin.
much firepower can be stored in Kevin.
Listen.
Yeah, but I don't want to kill him.
Okay.
What if
Well,
what if Lobe and Ears?
Now see, that's a plan I like, because Lobe can heal me in case Winslow tries to kill me. No offense,
I mean,
guys.
the other thought is we could give you the amulet of protection, and you could take Vin.
that's smart.
I mean, you know how to use the thing better than I do, so you could probably use it longer. And Vin has no prior hatred towards Winslow to begin with, so it's not like he's going to kill him right out of the gate.
I need you all to make insight. Make some insight for Jane.
8.
Okay, well, Svein.
Wait, you said insight?
Insight.
That's a natural one. I don't know shit.
You're too distracted by Jam's cuteness.
Lannon misses his family now. He kind of wants to go and head back to Smolderman,
One
but
day,
he
son.
knows he has business.
We have a mission. What about you, Kennam? What'd you get?
17.
Wowie zowie. Okay. So, Lannon and Svein, you're still a little too distracted by how cute JM is to really, pay attention to Iris and her frivolities. Kennam? She does not seem very thrilled with this plan. And it's not because it's a bad plan. It almost looks like she feels guilty about something.
Yes.
What? What?
So what do you think of the plan?
Oh, right. Well, I mean, I think our first plan was fine. I'll just take Lobe and we'll do Kevin, and that'll probably work out better.
What's wrong with Vin?
I don't know.
I mean,
That did sound like a
you
good
could-
plan.
You've been wanting that amulet back since we traded for it. I mean,
Sure. But I mean, what if Winslow's got seeds with him? And look, I am not the most,
then it's all the better that you have more seeds with you.
well, I mean, but what if he takes it from me like that? Whew, not good. So,
What's he gonna do with it? Vin would overpower him in a moment.
okay.
Then Vin would have a body.
Okay.
Everybody
wins. Okay, I'm just...
Worst case scenario, everybody wins.
Listen, no, listen, as the chairman of Florence, creator of everything you see, I am gonna say no. I'm gonna take Kevin, I'm gonna take Lobe with me, and we're just gonna go get, what's his name? Winslow, and it's gonna be fine. It'll be great.
Yes.
What?
What happened to Vin?
Nothing! I just don't...
Did Vin escape?
No!
Oh,
Did he?
Oh my god, no! He is still down in the basement. Calm down. He's...
Actually, I've been meaning to ask him something about this this amulet. Could I like go see him before we head out?
Oh, well, gee, I wish you could, but look at that! We're already at the caravan, so let's all go out and see how everyone's doing.
Hey, Ears. That's just one more question before we go.
Oh my god.
Why can't anyone see the basement?
What?
The basement, you know. Downstairs. The stairs right over there.
wait. Let me try.
Yeah, I
What? No!
I totally thought I thought you might be down there when I woke up earlier this morning and
Is it
you
just dark down
Hey,
there?
No, why are you...
Well,
I'm
better
good
you,
at seeing.
Okay,
better-
everybody
better you go
freeze!
see.
Stop!
Better you go see.
No, okay, listen, we don't... She, like, is sort of inching around to the basement, to the stairs, and she's like, okay, we are getting way off track here. I already told you guys you shouldn't go down in the basement, because that's where all the seeds are. And especially now, since we know that the seeds are just gonna fuse with whatever color they want, that's especially a bad idea.
Hold on. All the seeds? As far as we know, there's one down there.
Two.
Two?
We forgot Chieftain. No, Chieftain is Vin.
Well, they're...
Yeah.
We also have the sapling.
Yes.
What do you mean all?
Oh, we got the
Okay,
sapling, I
that's like
guess,
a
but-
blanket statement. That means any seed that we encounter. So, and we have some down there. So if you go down there...
Actually, where did Winslow get those seeds for the resistance?
What resistance?
You know, the Fletcher's Guild, the zombies. You know, the ones we ended up having to kill.
Lannon's eye
Resulting
starts
in the-
glowing at the memory.
Okay, see, now it feels like I'm getting interrogated here, and we have a whole, like, caravan that needs to
Yeah,
get
no, a
saved.
little bit actually. Not gonna lie, a little bit because I don't. No offense, Ears, but I really don't believe you.
Okay, do you seriously want to have this right here, right now, when our the crazy person who almost destroyed an entire kingdom is going in one direction, and a bunch of crazy magical alloy is eating a halfling caravan? You really want to do this here and now? Really?
You know what? Fine. After
We're coming back to this.
Lannon walks out of Florence. You said we were here, so...
Yeah, you guys are
Coming
good.
right back to this. Yeah, we'll send Lobe.
Yes, I think that's for the best. But you're right. Maybe we should come back to this.
Okay, wait. And, like, as you guys are leaving, Ears actually kind of grabs your arm for a second, Svein, and she's like, Svein, come on, like, you guys are treating me like a criminal here.
Well, we know that there are certain things that you haven't quite told us.
You threw a fireball at Lobe the first time we met,
You...
and Lannon's just gone.
Actually, that was like the easiest to forgive part of this entire endeavor.
Yeah.
We've all thrown fire at each other, let's be honest.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. Lannon's not happy about it, though.
I could... Yeah, obviously. So... That's just it, then? You're just... What? You just don't trust me now? We're back to square one?
No. No, I trust you.
Oh, I trust you tell the truth, it's just... You're not telling us anything.
There's still some things that we don't know and don't understand.
Guess that's the nature of life, huh? Alright. Deal with it when it happens, I guess. She will walk out of Florence with the rest of you guys. And at this point, it's getting it's still well into the night, but we're talking like 2 a.m., 3 a.m., and you all are getting organized.
Schedules are fucked.
You're fool. I already said your food schedule is fucked. You're all just fucked.
They're horrible.
We're nocturnal now.
Adventures. So you all get into the Salted Pork Caravan. The actual resident.
Salted pork.
No, Salted Pearl. Don't sass me, boy.
How's that for you?
Ian kind of greets you again, and you get your party together, tell Lobe sort of what happened, and him and Iris get Kevin. Kennam, I assume you are making Kevin big.
I'll feed enough fire.
Alright, so she gets about...
We got time, so I'll firebolt it.
Yeah, so she, like, gets medium, large... Or she gets, like, large...
Yeah, I was about to say, with Lobe,
Not
it's
medium,
going
I'm
large.
sorry. Large, or one scale above that. Beautiful hell goat. Just a glimmering ember.
Hell.
Yeah, in, like, the night sky that is hell. And, Lobe kind of shimmies up, pats Kevin, like, good, Kevin. We're going to find Winslow. I can't do a Lobe voice, I'm sorry, guys.
You tried.
I tried. And then Ears starts to hop onto Kevin, but then stops and turns to you guys and says, so, I guess we'll stay in contact. I'll let you guys know how we're doing with the whole Winslow situation.
2 thumbs up.
That sounds good.
Alrighty.
And we'll keep you informed on what's going on here.
Okay. And she goes to climb the goat and stops. So looks to you all and she says, I'm not keeping secrets because I want to. Okay? I want to trust you. I've been burned before and I can't do it again. Shut up. Trying to be serious.
And don't use puns.
We
You
know
know-
you've been burned.
Okay.
We just were by the same person.
We know Winslow.
Listen, we're not
Wow,
mad, we
that's
just
cool.
want answers.
We're just trying to learn more. So we know what we're getting into.
I'm not mad, I just want the truth.
Okay, this is literally half the reason I don't want to tell you idiots anything. And she's legit laughing too. This isn't me. She is laughing. It's just, if I told you the truth, things are gonna change. And maybe I will.
Kennam's gonna look down at his arm and like, buddy, I think that's happening.
You guys are hopeless.
And yet, you trust us anyway.
Yeah. Okay. When I get back,
Well,
I will try and tell you what I can, okay?
that's good to hear. Have a good trip and punch Winslow in the nose.
Oh, I mean, I don't quite have the stature. I'm thinking about punching him somewhere else.
Lannon takes out the battle axe. Make sure you bring him back for me.
I
have
will.
some words.
Oh,
Actually, no, do bring him back. I have a few things he has to do here. There are a few errands.
she climbs up onto Kevin. She looks down at all you, and she's still like smiling. She's laughing. Some of the tension has kind of been broken, but I want you guys to make one more insight.
Oh shit, I already rolled my dice away. Alright.
Wait. Oh,
No, one
Jesus.
more. One more of the night. One more of the
I
night.
got a modified 20.
Whoa.
I got a nat 20.
Whoa.
Yeah.
I got another one!
Okay.
Shorter you are, the smarter
I
you
guess
are.
so.
Seems
No.
like it.
So, Lannon, you're kind of, hate boner is stronger, I guess, in this case. But, Kennam and Svein, you're watching as Iris is climbing up on this Kevin, and, like I said, the tension has sort of broken a bit between you two. You're not leaving on bad terms. She's smiling. She's laughing. And you see her eyes kind of watering up. And at first you're like, oh, wow, she's laughing really hard. And she's not. She's actually crying. And it's not the sort of crying of like, I'm worried about you guys and I want to make sure you're safe, or even like, like a lot of emotions have come through and it's all coming out through tears. This is more like something's gonna happen, like something is going to change, and I don't know what's gonna happen, and that scares the shit out of me.
Ooh.
And with that, Kevin sort of takes off across the dune, and we're gonna stop it there.
Can we have one final parting word?
What's the one final parting words?
By the way, you knew JM in a past life. Bye!
Maybe should have mentioned that earlier, Dick! Oh, Jesus.